Good morning, everyone. I would like to begin with a simple question. If a person claims that he loves his family, yet he never finds time to sit at the table with them, how convincing would that love be? Love requires presence, and what is true for family relationships is also true for our relationship with God. The church asks us to participate in Sunday Mass not because God needs our presence, but because we need Him. And according to the Catechism of the Catholic Church, Sunday is the day of the Lord, the day on which Christians celebrate the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ and gather as a community for the Eucharist. This is the heart of our Christian life. Yet, today, we cannot ignore the hard reality. In many countries, Mass attendance is declining. In the United States alone, for example, studies indicate a significant decrease over the past decades from 37% to 11%. And similar trends can be observed throughout much in Europe. In Spain, from 55% to 12% attending Masses. Faced with these numbers, we ask ourselves, why are people no longer coming to Mass? The reasons are so many. Some are overwhelmed by busy schedules. Some believe they can pray just as well alone in the woods or on the beach. And others have had their trust shattered by scandals and abuses. These reasons deserve to be heard and respected. However, we must also ask ourselves, what do we lose when we stop participating in the Eucharist? When we stay away, we lose the physical encounter with the Lord. It is not a simple personal prayer. We listen to His words, we receive Him in the Eucharist, and we experience Him through communion with our fellow believers. Numerous sociological studies have also shown that regular participation in a faith community is often associated with stronger social support, greater volunteer engagement, and higher levels of personal well-being. Religious practice is not only a spiritual activity, it is also an experience that strengthens human relationships. But allow me now to speak to the heart. Imagine a church standing empty pews, silence, no children singing, no families gathered together, no community praying as one. What would happen to the faith if no one passed it to the next generation? Faith lives in people. It lives in communities. It lives in encounters. And this is precisely the deeper meaning of Sunday. So how can we address the low attendance at Sunday Mass? First, we must listen. Before judging those who have drifted away, we need to understand their wounds, their struggles and questions. And second, we must witness. People are often drawn more by a joyful and authentic faith than by 1,000 arguments. Third, we must welcome. A warm and hospitable community can accomplish more than the best advertising campaign. And finally, we must remember the true purpose of the Mass. We do not go to the Mass to fill a church building. We go because Christ invites us to His table. However, there is a new hope. Recent reports claim that there has been an increase in attendance at Catholic Masses. Behind this are the young adults. They all say the same story. They have found a sense of community, a sense of belongingness, a real connection with people and with God, which is pushed by the distortion of relationships found in social media. I conclude with the words of St. John Paul II as he wrote in his apostolic letter, Deus Domini, Sunday is a day which is at the very heart of the Christian life. If we want a living church, we need living communities. If we want living communities, we need the Eucharist. And if we want people to return to Mass, we must show them not only the obligation of Sunday worship, but above all, the beauty of encountering Christ.